Okay, so this is our third glaze finish, and this is what we call a removal technique. The other two are applied techniques because the pattern is created by the application of the tool, the application of the glaze with the tool. But in this case, we're going to be rolling on the glaze and then removing it with the tool. So that's a removal technique. And this is called stippling. So this is your stippling brush. Okay, you're going to need a foam roller, stippling brush. Of course, you need your water and your rag. You're going to need your glaze in a tray and an offloading tray. Okay, so with your roller, you're going to put it into the glaze and get it covered, right? But this is going to be really heavy and drippy. So then we're going to use our offloading tray to kind of roll it out a little bit so it's not so thick. Okay, and then we're gonna relatively quickly, because glaze dries really quickly, in W's, try to roll out the glaze. And don't press too hard, because when you press too hard, it sinks in. You want it to kind of just sit on the surface. So you want to kind of, again, gently and lightly, just roll it onto the surface and try to make it even without streaks. So once I get a relatively even, thin coat without pressing it in too much, so I still have time to work with it, I'm going to take my stippling brush and I'm going to hit it directly against the paper. And what I'm trying to do is disperse the dots that were created by the roller. So our goal is to make very, very fine little dots. And this kind of texture is good for like making fake stone or faux stone. So if you want to create like a stone effect, you can use stippling. So you want to be careful not to like pull the bristles or bend the bristles sideways, because you get streaks. So you really want to get like very tiny dots. And if you find you used too much glaze, you can wipe it off on something, either your apron or the table paper or something, to just kind of remove any excess, because you really want to try to remove. And you want to try to just get a nice even texture. Once it's dry, so you kind of have to work quickly. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so there is your stippling effect. You see the fine dots? That's the kind of texture that you want to get. And that's stippling.